Closing out with It Hunter Smith catching air in the cages. Okay, need a few looks at this. Big trampoline block. Runs up, under the legs. Wait, was that blocked? Hey, I need some of you to stay still so I can figure this out.
.2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Traffic heading in and out of downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. The setting for our broadcast tonight. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Kevin Harlan here along with analysts Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. And we'll be hearing from DA along the sideline all game long. And how about we check the numbers for Gordon Hayward?
And suddenly his feel for the three-point shot has left him. It's been a tough go the past 5 games. The percentage from long range not close to what it was earlier, but he's not going to give up on it, and he'll try to get it going here tonight.
And now the Lakers starting group. Chris Paul is out there with Thompson. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Butler in at the small forward. And for the Timberwolves, Washington out there with Hayward. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then there's Ja Morant, and it's Bitadze in at the 5, roaming the paint. Greg, a game like this, 2 offensive juggernauts going head-to-head. I mean, we're buckled in, ready to go.
I mean, listen, the rules favor offense in today's game. That's why league-wide scoring is on the rise, and I would expect we're going to see a bucket or 2 put forth tonight, Kevin.
No doubt. Now, here's Washington. Some solid defense from Harris. Thompson looking for an opening. Chalk up 2 there.
Thompson showing determination getting to the hoop. Even with contact, he finds a way to drill the shot.
Inside, here's Morant. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Paul against Morant. The shot's good from Paul.
At his size, Chris Paul is used to getting contact on his shots. He has really spent a lot of time learning how to finish despite getting bodied.
Washington kicks to LaVine. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
That's something you hate. You're trying to come in with an aggressive mindset, and that early foul could take you right out of it.
Here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Boston.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
Pass to Bitadze. 6 to shoot. And it's Washington missing. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I got a chance to chat a little bit with Frank Vogel. We talked about keys to the game, and he thinks shot blocking has to be even more important. He said, look, we want to keep them out front as much as possible, but with our length and timing, we can protect the rim if they break us down. Kevin, he hopes that strategy will help them get their 2nd win in this season series. Back to you.
David, thanks for that report. Focusing on the defensive end. Greg, we'll see if they can get the stops.
Staying connected to shooters. I think if they can do that, they have a great chance to be successful.
And that's going to take great communication out on the perimeter. Expect them to switch quite a bit.
Here's Butler after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Thompson from long range. Connects from three-point range. Thompson's got his second bucket tonight.
Jimmy Butler is on it, staying alert, finds his man breaking free.
Passes to Washington. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Levine deciding where to go with it. That shot off. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a three-point game.
And as much as he commands attention on the court, Jimmy Butler content to skip the spotlight when he's off it.
You know, GA, nothing has come easy in his career for Jimmy Butler. All he does is puts his head down and works and works and works. And because of that work ethic, he has become an all-star. Love watching his progression.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
At the top of the key, Hayward. Bitadze, the pass to Morant. Hayward against Butler. Hayward kicks to Morant. Over Paul. That one a little long.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's Valanciunas, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
For a player his size, Valanciunas has always been a good free throw shooter. We won't see a hack of Val anytime soon.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Valanciunas hits them both. And it's a really delicate balance for some teams at this point, trying to keep guys rested and ready for the playoffs, but also, Steve, not wanting to lose their momentum.
So true, and there's much more of a focus on that now. Balancing the workload across all 12 guys is almost a science at this point.
The shot's good from Paul.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And Coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. Take a look at the Lakers. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And, of course, there's Minnesota, sitting there 4 spots below.
And when you look at Minnesota, they've moved toward the postseason with one of the best records in the league. Safe to say, this is not where most people thought they'd be at this stage of the year.
Yet here they are, and at this point, you've got to think they're set up to make a serious run in the postseason.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Morant passes to Washington. Back to Morant. Outside, Levine. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Levine's got 5 now.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be payback. Levine matching threes and making plays.
Pass to Thompson. Back to Paul. The 19-foot shot. Again, Los Angeles.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Hayward outside. Back to Morant. In the corner, it's Levine. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him.
He was too aggressive. That's already his second foul. We haven't even gotten out of the first quarter.
Andrew Wiggins checked in for Thompson. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Morant scanning the floor. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Man, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Paul outside. It's deflected. And he's got his first free throw of the game. First free throw is good.
One of the most vocal players in this league, CP3 is known as a tremendous leader.
Minnesota making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in. He hits both from the stripe.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Morant kicks to Levine. Now Harris. His last outing, 16 points for him. Shoots it up. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And that one falls for Paul. Timberwolves trail by 16. Here's Bitadze. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Levine passes to Bitadze. Anunoby kicks to Levine. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. And he's good on the 3-ball. Lakers leading by 13. Wiggins outside. There's the pass to Harris. They get a hand on it. Morant with the steal. In the corner, it's Levine. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Wiggins with some nice D. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. 13-point lead. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
There were some unforced errors, but they also created some mistakes through their intensity on both ends.
Paul can't get it to go.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
Great vision by John Morant. Has the passing talent to average double-digit assists.
Wiggins finds Harris. Paul with the ball. From deep. Rebound, Gordon Hayward.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Paul looking around. Butler on the wing. Guarded by Levine. Kicks it out to Paul. Three-pointer. It's good from long range. Paul's got 15.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Wiseman's checked in for Goga Bitadze. And Halliburton subbed in for Gordon Hayward. And the Lakers also making a switch. Nancy's checked in for Tobias Harris. And the Timberwolves with possession here. They trail by 14. Pass to Halliburton. Charity stripe shot. And no good that time. And it's the Lakers the other way. Wiggins outside. There's the dish to Butler. Morant against Paul. Shot clock at 6. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Morant with it. He's got 7. Teardrop shot, and the rejection by Valanciunas.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Paul with the 3, cans it from downtown. Paul's got 20.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
If you love analytics, this is what this is all about. They favor the 3 ball. You can pile up points in a hurry.
Now here's Wiseman. No points in the game yet for him. Passes it to Morant. To the inside. To halt the run. Wiggins with the rebound. Looking at the last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Wizards.
Come to me.
Pass to Butler. Shoots over Morant. Butler, no good. Timberwolves trailed by 19. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Morant against Butler. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
You look back at that 2019 draft, Zion goes 1, Morant goes 2. And with everything we know about them now, could you imagine having to make that choice today?
That is a tough choice, GA. Or even crazier, could you imagine having both of them on your team? The reason why I say that, as amateurs, they played together in South Carolina. Little did they know at the time, they would be the future of this league. How can you not love a player like Ja Morant? Came into the NBA ready to prove himself and just keeps getting better.
Now here's Butler. He's coming off a 13-point game against Washington.
And it wasn't just the scoring. He also impacted the game on the glass. Terrific all-around effort.
Morant against Rubio, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's foul number 2 for him. Washington's checked in for Ja Morant. .102 left in the first quarter of the game. Bounce pass, Rubio. 6 to shoot. Wiggins passes to Butler. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Brooks outside. And there's the pass to Halliburton. Now here's Wiseman. Fades and shoots, and the basket is good.
When you have space like he did there, you never go with the fadeaway jumper. He has to attack the rim next time.
Anunoby against Butler. 12 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The shot, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Back right after this. And if you're wondering whether players watch the standings, check out this clip from Chris Paul.
One thing we have to do is stop comparing ourselves to last year. Early in the year, we was doing that.
You know, Greg, he makes a great point. Even when you have mostly the same guys, every season is different.
And if you're a coach, it'll give you gray hairs trying to preach that to your players. Many guys don't believe it until they're in it and then have to dig themselves out of a hole.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Just stretching out the floor in that first, they had the defense scrambling.
Reason why, excellent spacing. They may not stay this hot all game, but hard to bet against them.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So the Lakers 5 right now. We've got Larry Nance. Andrew Wiggins is out there with McDermott. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Rubio in at the point. Free throw good, Wiggins. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer. Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on it. Brooks with it. Now defended by McDermott. Let's go. Brooks misses. Lakers leading by 18. And Thompson kicks to Rubio. Stolen by Rubio. Floats one. Nance throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton.
If all fails, that's what you want to do. Get Ricky Rubio in a pick-and-roll situation. He thrives in it.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And on the season, you know, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
That free throw good from Nance.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Timberwolves trail by 21. Halliburton passes to Washington. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's foul number 2 for him. Washington kicks to Anunoby. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Here's Rubio. A rebound by the Timberwolves. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, tough environment. They were right there, but just missed some key shots.
And you know, so often, that's what it comes down to. Who can convert when it matters most?
Wiggins dishes to Nance. Pass to Wiggins. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Rubio left side.
High percentage look inside. Rubio always looking to maximize the value of the possession.
Timberwolves trail by 21. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Now, here is Halliburton. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. 5 to shoot. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Nance. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Minnesota. And the Lakers also making a switch. Harris is checked in. Last game for the Lakers, it was a loss to the Wizards in Washington.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Nance down low, and the jam by Larry Nance.
And great job by Nance attacking at the rim. That's why you scout for effort players that do it consistently every night.
It's stolen by Harris. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. Can't hit from in close.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Hayward looking around. And here's Halliburton. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Count it.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Rubio the pass to Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
Crossing up the defense, and that's what you expect from Rubio. Terrific vision.
Here's Halliburton. Washington passes to Halliburton. Lob pass to Hayward.
And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of him.
Rubio outside. Thompson outside. Left side. Nance. The wing jumper off target. Timberwolves trail by 19. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last several months for Ja Morant.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
Now McDermott. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Maybe not the high-flying finisher you typically see at the end of this play, but Clay effective.
And for everything this guy gives you on offense, Thompson has finally gotten his due as a defensive stopper.
GA, I don't think he still gets his due. He's still underrated in my opinion. Yes, he made the all-defensive team in 2019. In addition to his offensive responsibilities, he has to guard the opponent's best scorer. A good vertical athlete, Brooks can finish in there even when challenged.
Harris against Hayward. Harris inside. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That's foul number 2 for him.
All this means is he has to be careful. Don't want to pick up a cheapie and get sent to the bench with 3 fouls.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Goga Bitadze's checked in for Wiseman. Levine comes in for Dylan Brooks. And it's Ja Morant in for Halliburton. Here's Paul. And that one's on target from the wing. Paul's got 22.
What you like about Chris tonight, he's taken on the persona of a #1 scorer.
Here's Levine. Out to Morant. A 3. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 4 rebounds in this game.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Los Angeles leading by 22 to the paint. Harris, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. Levine for 3. Rebounded by McDermott. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That is his first foul of the game. Butler, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And the Timberwolves call time here. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Klay Thompson. First in three-point field goal percentage, and not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And not only is he hitting from deep, he's doing it with great consistency. One of our league's most efficient three-point shooters. Levine wide open. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. That's 10 points for Zach Levine. Passes it to Thompson. Over Levine. Thompson with the bucket. And the Lakers lead by 21.
He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That way.
Here now, a very select group of players in the NBA. Big men who can step away from the bucket and hit the three. Tobias Harris, third.
And, you know, there was a time in the league when you wouldn't see a group of big guys like this, but the game has evolved. Versatility now is why we see so many bigs that can just flat out shoot it from anywhere.
To have big men like these who can give you points from inside and outside gives teams an added dimension that teams love to have.
And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. Tries again. And Hayward with the lay-in.
Gordon Hayward's a sneaky rebounder. You have to put a body on him.
Paul against Morant. Paul kicks to Butler. Morant against Paul. Clock at 6. Here's Butler. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Timberwolves trailed by 19. Here's Morant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Chris Paul picks up that one.
I like when Ja forces the issue, especially in close where he's fearless.
The Timberwolves have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
Two.
The first one falls. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Anunoby's checked in. Both free throws good from Morant. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Valanciunas finds Paul. His three-pointers off the mark.
Well, he was red hot in the first quarter. Hit 3 threes. Now suddenly struggling to find the range.
And taken away by Paul. Fast break, the Lakers. Thompson from long range. No good on the shot. Timberwolves trail by 17. Outside, Levine. The tray. Paul grabs the board. Paul's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And it's Butler with the jam.
Timeout. You have to pay attention to Butler when he's flying toward the basket for an alley-oop.
Minnesota calls timeout. You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
You have to make it harder for him to score. Deny the ball, even double, whatever it takes to force someone else to beat you.
And the Lakers making a change here. Wiggins is checked in. Here's Morant. 12 points for him. Outside, Levine. And stolen by Wiggins. Dishes to Paul. Harris passes to Paul. Just 5 to shoot. That's good from Harris on the assist by Paul. Harris has got 5.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to Levine. 1:52 left in the first half. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's foul number 2 for him. There's 1:47 left in the first half. Paul with the steal.
This game is going to get even more out of hand unless they start valuing the basketball.
Oh, great ball movement there.
1:29 left to play in the first half. The pass to Anunoby. Levine up top. Six to shoot. Can they get it? Drills the three-pointer. He's got 13.
Gradually starting to put pressure on this defense. That's his 2nd from downtown this quarter. 3 for the game.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
The Lakers have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. And that one falls for Paul. Halliburton's checked in for Morant. And so Paul nails both of them. The Timberwolves really have a tough one to go here. To the middle, here's Levine, and he uses the glass on the layup. Levine's got 8 here in the quarter.
This is what Zach LaVine is built to do. He can get you points in bunches, and sometimes he can go all night.
And they double up Paul. Here's Harris. Wiggins trying to free himself up.
Skying high, one of his advantages as a undersized 4.
Minnesota shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Halliburton passes to Bitadze. Levine against Wiggins. Pass to Bitadze. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Paul kicks to Wiggins. Pulls from the top of the key. They get the rebound. Harris. can't cash in from close range. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Jonas, you guys got off to a strong start. How important was it to set the tone early?
You know, we came out with a different energy. We said it's enough to struggle from the start. You know, we got to focus and play good starts.
That is where it all starts. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Chris Paul had a huge first quarter. He had 27 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. What'd you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Lakers?
After all these years, CP3 still has it. A true leader, and he brings so much to the floor and to the locker room and practices. The future Hall of Famer is looking good.
Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, they were playing like it was Christmas, Ernie, giving up a lot of turnovers. There's no excuses for the turnover numbers, sloppy ball handling. They look out of control, and the execution was all over the place.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And here's Los Angeles. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. We've got Hayward. Zach LaVine is out there with Halliburton. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Bitadze in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile one block.
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
Thompson passes to Valanciunas. Shot clock at 6. The shot by Butler, nobody around. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Butler's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Lakers. Morant against Paul. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Los Angeles on D. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his third foul of the game. Morant with it, picked up by Harris. Morant passes to Washington. 6 on the shot clock. No good from 11 feet. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's foul number 2 for him. Timberwolves shooting in this game, 45%. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. Morant outside. Here's LaVine.
Textbook defense from Klay Thompson. Did a real nice job of contesting the shot and sliding his feet on the shooters.
Paul passes to Valanciunas from 11 feet away. That one misses. And Minnesota now the other way. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. LaVine against Butler. And the jam by LaVine.
The question for Zach LaVine coming in, will he get strong enough? There's your answer.
That's a 2 from Paul. Here's Valanciunas, and he converts the layup.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Especially when you're this far down, you have to make the most of every sequence. He is a scoring machine right now, but he needs more support from his teammates if they want to win this one.
Feeds it to Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
And that's going to happen. Paul recognizes the imbalance in the defense, delivers a perfect pass.
Here's LaVine, and the jam by LaVine.
This is who you want leading that play, a sure passer with great awareness.
Paul passes to Valanciunas. Outside Butler, deflects the pass. Out to Morant, pass to Bitadze. Here's Washington. Rebound the Lakers. Harris has got 6 rebounds in the game. And it's Butler missing.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Effort's been there, check mark. The physicality, check mark. They set the tone for this game early on.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Here's Morant. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
How about the touch on the floater? John Morant making it look too easy.
Valanciunas finds Paul. Now here is Harris. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
Minnesota making some changes. Wiseman comes in for Goga Bitadze, and Brooks subbed in for Gordon Hayward. And then for the Lakers, Nancy's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. McDermott comes in for Harris. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Chris Paul. Thompson with the bucket.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Down low, here's Wiseman. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Sunday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks.
And for their matchup with Detroit, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
And he makes both free throws. Rubio with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. He dishes it to Nance. Outside Butler. Now here's McDermott. He's covered closely. Back to Butler. Shot clock at 5. Pass to McDermott. Jacks up a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 6 assists now in the game.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row. And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Free throw good, Levine.
Drafted 13th overall because of his great length and athleticism. Zach LaVine has really rounded out his skill set.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Lakers. The pass to Nance. The feed to McDermott. Stolen by Washington. Morant passes to Wiseman. And finished off by Wiseman.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Inside, here's McDermott. It's blocked. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. OG Anunoby's checked in for the Timberwolves. To the paint. That's good from McDermott on the assist by Rubio. McDermott's got his second bucket of the night.
Let's not forget, at 6'8", Doug McDermott has the ability to be a scoring threat inside the paint.
Morant against Nance. And finished off by Morant.
He's doing what he can do to pull them closer, but it's not enough. He needs more help.
Los Angeles has gotten 12 of their points from long range in the third quarter, going 4 of 5 shooting. Pass to Thompson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Zach LaVine.
That just speaks to the strength of Thompson's game. Always a threat to get contact off the shot.
For Los Angeles, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Butler. And so Thompson nails both of them.
Not projected to be a big-time defensive player coming out of college. Clay's now often asked to lock down the opponent's best scorer.
Rubio against Morant. Drops in the layup for 2. Morant's got 6 here in this quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Thompson outside. Wiggins against Brooks. Wiggins surveying the floor. Clock at 6. Thompson finds Nance. A three-pointer. Wiggins. Minnesota with the rebound. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Knocks down the 3-ball. And it's now 26 points for Zach LaVine.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
Wiggins against Brooks. They get it back. Kicks it out to Rubio. Now here's McDermott. Brooks covering. Wiggins with the bounce pass. Hits the three-point bomb. Thompson's got 10 points here in the second half.
They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Outside LaVine. Back to Morant. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
Every team is looking for that star to lead them to great things. Morant already looks the part.
He's shooting free throws, number 4 in 5 here. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Halliburton's checked in. Both free throws good from Morant.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Passes to Nance. Now, here's Thompson. And he has 28 points for the game. Offensive rebound. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. While we have a chance, here are the NBA's assist leaders for the second half of the season. Ja Morant is second. And, of course, Chris Paul.
The highlight reel pass has become a calling card for both of these fellas since the halfway point.
First one falls for him.
McDermott on your squad is like having a guy that you can rely on knocking down shots from the stretch 4 position.
Goga Bitadze's checked in for Wiseman. Both shots good from the stripe.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Rubio against Morant. Here's Levine. Wiggins with the rebound. Wiggins has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
A moment now to see the numbers for Ja Morant. 5th in assists, 18th in shooting percentage, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And as you said, dropping dimes at a top 5 pace. He's in total command of his team. They look to him for leadership, and he does not disappoint. And it's Halliburton missing. And it's Rubio with the ball for Los Angeles. Wiggins dishes to Rubio. Thompson outside. Los Angeles with another miss.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
What a night for Ja Morant, showing off that versatility, and he's relentless at the offensive end.
Wiggins outside. Pass to Nance. Fires for 3. And it's Wiggins missing.
And at a certain point, you just have to look to someone else to score for you. OG Anunoby out of Indiana. He was the 23rd pick in the 2017 draft. Another great draft selection that day. Slipped due to injuries concerns, but he's been great.
Here's Halliburton, and he gets the bucket. Halliburton's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
To the middle. Here's Thompson. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Levine's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And Smitty, with OG Anunoby, he has a very high ceiling with what he can become.
Greg, OG Anunoby can impact the game on both sides of the ball, which is fantastic. He's a solid defender, and with the ball in his hands, he's very smart making good decisions. This team is very excited to see his development.
Rubio outside. And it's off from 3-point range. The pass to Bitadze. Back to Levine from downtown. And another 3 for Minnesota.
You look at Levine's jump shot. It's very hard to contest because he gets great lift off the floor.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
It's a matter of want to. Helping out, contesting shots. You have to want to make the effort.
Gordon Hayward's checked in for Minnesota. And then for Los Angeles, Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Nance. Tobias Harris comes in for McDermott, and Paul subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Paul passes to Wiggins. It's tipped. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle. That's foul number 2 for him. Wiggins from outside. Thompson for three.
Zach LaVine has all the tools to be a great defender. Just needs to become more consistent about it.
Bitadze with the bucket.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Wiggins outside. Pass to Thompson. And the Lakers with another miss.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
Here's Bitadze, and it's good for two. Bitadze's got 6 points. And here is Paul. They could use a bucket, but they recover it.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Los Angeles on top, leading by 17. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Timberwolves trail by 17. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. They've got Tobias Harris. Paul out there with Wiggins. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Butler in at the small forward position. There's the lob to the hoop.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Los Angeles leading by 15. Butler feeling it out a bit. Wiggins outside. Just 5 on the clock. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. That one drops for him. Paul's got 29.
Chris Paul has such a gentle touch on his floaters. There's no way the defense can get to that shot.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. To the inside, Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Anunoby passes to Hayward. Over to the wing. Timberwolves passing it around. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
There's the lob for Harris. LaVine kicks to Hayward. From outside the arc, that's good, and it's LaVine with the assist.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Los Angeles leading by 11. Here's Paul. He feeds it to Valanciunas, and he lays it straight in. And that's now 6 points for Valanciunas.
When you earn your keep inside, you get used to fighting through contact. Valanciunas getting it done.
Here's Bitadze, guarded by Valanciunas. Anunoby in the corner. Passes it to Halliburton. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Chris Paul picks up that one. The first one falls, and the Timberwolves making a change here. Washington's checked in. Both good from the line that time. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Butler against Hayward. And that one, good. Butler's got 4 this quarter.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
Wiggins against Levine. Here's Bitadze. Off target from three-point range. And it's Paul with the ball for the Lakers. 13-point lead. And that one's good. Wiggins.
And pretty consistent from range. Wiggins has the natural tools to do a little bit of everything.
Feeds it to Levine, and the jam by Levine.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That'll be his second foul of the game. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Harris passes to Paul, and they double up Paul. Butler against Hayward. Just 4 to shoot.
Now that's the tennis background. Hayward even now defending the net.
Levine for 3. And Paul pulls it down.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Trying to finish out the game strong, you have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Kept alive.
You want your bigs playing big. Rips it down in traffic.
Butler from outside. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Butler's got 7 points for the quarter.
Nice job by Butler. Really worked on the catch-and-shoot jump shot, getting it off a little bit quicker.
Hayward against Butler. Hayward goes in. Pass to Bitadze. The dish to Levine. From the top of the key. Another miss by Minnesota.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Harris kicks to Paul. Fires the 3. Hayward grabs the board. Hayward's got 6 rebounds in the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Valanciunas finds Butler. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's what you get from Jimmy Butler. Consistently a tireless worker and driving the ball to the hoop.
That free throw good from Butler.
From the 30th pick in the draft to perennial all-star, Jimmy Butler has come a long way in a short period of time.
Ja Morant, he's checked in for Halliburton. And so Butler nails both of them. Minnesota calls timeout.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
Timberwolves trail by 19. And the pass to Bitadze. Back to Morant. To the middle. Kick out to Levine. 5 on the clock. From deep. And no good. Wiggins with some nice D. Los Angeles leading by 19 points. And they double up Paul. Floats it up for Butler. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Tonight, Butler's been ferocious. Got into a rhythm early and has been able to sustain that effort.
Pass to Levine. And Levine throws it down.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Here are the Lakers. They're on a 14-6 run. In the corner, Harris puts up a three. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
Levine can't hit. The Lakers have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. And they double up Paul. On the wing, Harris. And a miss there on the triple. For Minnesota, they've gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter.
He has gotten into a terrific groove here, trying to wheel his team back into this.
Pass to Butler, and they double up Butler. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles, and it's Butler with the jam.
This is where Tobias has really improved, keeping his eyes up, making plays for others.
Pass to Washington. Hey, Smitty, Steve Kerr talked about how Michael Jordan scared his teammates into becoming better players. Would that kind of approach, you think, work today with players entering the league?
You know, I think you have to be careful, yes. But I think on a general, if you're looking at just a blank sheet of paper on how to get guys motivated, I think it takes his leaders, which it starts with ownership, management, coach, and best players. If they work hard and they see the blueprint that way, they usually follow.
4 on the clock. Got a piece of it. Butler kicks to Paul. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. That's now 32 points for Chris Paul.
Picking up from where he left off, I lost count of how many threes he hit in the first half. Now nails this one.
And Levine, here we go, to the left wing. No one near him. Rebound the Lakers. Butler's got his 6th rebound on the night. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Paul's got 34.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Outside, Levine. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Much better job of just taking care of the basketball, really putting the onus on the defense.
Thompson, he's checked in for the Lakers. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Lakers. Paul dishes to Harris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
With a nice combination of strength and elusiveness, Harris makes things difficult for the defenders inside.
Well, here you sit, Smitty, at the broadcast table. Is there anything you notice about the game now that you didn't notice when you were playing?
Yes, Kevin. I mean, seriously, I did not know how much Kevin Harlan ate between games and during games. It is unreal. The before, the during, and after. You are a champ, Kevin, to be able to eat that much and to do your job. Slowly but surely, Harris continues to elevate his game. The shooting, the playmaking, the ability to make a difference.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Alex Caruso comes in for Butler. Ntilikina, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. Maledon subbed in for Chris Paul. And Harris drops them both. Steve, if you were a GM and you could choose one player, who would you start your team with?
Right now, I think the perfect player to start your team off right now, because of the way everything is going, is Anthony Davis. He can play 1 through 5. Defensively, he can change a game. Offensively, he can play in and out. And he's just that fluid player that matches up with today's game.
Down low. Here's Kaminsky. Avdia with the rebound.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
LA has gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. And they call an illegal screen here.
That screen.
Well, players now, Steve, seem to have a lot more power to demand a trade. Talk about what that does for the future of small market teams.
You know, Kevin, I think let's be honest. It makes it tougher for the small market teams. The one solution, I think, is if you have a team that is very close-knit, if you get the right superstar and he's happy, if you have a chance to maybe win a championship, that keeps those stars in place.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
The Lakers controlling the game. Here's Maledon. Now the pass to Kaminsky. Here's Ntilikina. Shot clock at 6. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Avdia. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Frank Kaminsky picks one up. That free throw, good from Avdia. Los Angeles making a switch here. Nance is checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Well, Smitty, you were a player with versatility and length. How much fun would you have had with today's style of play?
I think, Kevin, I was a guy that kind of played 1 through 3 at 6'8". But nowadays, I could have played 1 through 5. I would have loved playing the 5 position. Reason why, I could have got my shot off at any time I wanted. And the three-point shot, Kevin, you can take 10, 12 three-pointers. I would have loved that. Good recognition by Levine. Has the defender where he wants him. Doesn't let him off the hook.
Free throw good, Levine. And so Levine nails both of them. 1:24 left in the game.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Chris Paul.
You love to see this kind of leadership. Directing traffic, keeping everyone happy. He was the straw that stirred the drink.
The shot by Maledon, no good.
Aggressive closeout on a great jump shooter. That's how you defend against the 3.
Pass to Maxey. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. 15 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now, here's Maledon. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
And they sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Jonas, you have a lot on you in terms of patrolling the paint. How do you think you're doing?
I feel good. You know, there is a better game, there is a worse game, but, you know, I'm bringing energy every game. I'm fighting, and my job is take rebounds, set of screens. I'm doing that job.
It's grunt work, but you're good at it. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.